Hello and welcome. I'm Tom Hoover, Medical Business Development Manager at Branson Ultrasonics, a business unit of Emerson Automation Solutions. I am very pleased to be your host and to share with you today some key technology trends and solutions that are driving innovation within medical device assembly and manufacturing. At the conclusion of today's webinar, please take a moment to suggest additional topics you'd like us to cover in future webinars, and we'll certainly endeavor to accommodate. For additional information, you can contact me via the Q&A message box, you can email, or you can call me directly. Today, we'll relay several technology and automation trends employed by our customers in their medical device assembly processes. We'll then review several common technology platforms used for assembling, processing, and manufacturing medical devices. I'm going to keep the technology discussions at a fairly high level, but from the resource list, you can download additional in-depth technical information related to several of today's topics, or you can contact me directly for more information. Emerson is a global leader in the industries we serve. Understanding our customers' perspective, their pain points, their future goals in manufacturing, understanding their adoption rates of new innovative manufacturing solutions are really critical to our continued success. Here at Emerson, we understand customer success is our success. Today, folks, we'll start by reviewing results of our in-person survey to over 500 global customers. Folks, Emerson listens. It is by listening, by asking questions, by understanding customers' challenges and pain points, and it is by listening to the voice of our customers that we're able to assure that we continue to bring value and industry-leading solutions. Our goal here was to make sure we understand our global marketplace from our customers' perspective. A top-of-mind issue raised during our survey of medical device manufacturers was based around the impact of regulatory oversight, their approvals, and compliance on their operations. As the regulatory requirements continue to expand, managing these new and evolving requirements is a critical aspect in device manufacturing, growing increasingly important and increasingly focused. Customers stress that evolving and increasing regulatory controls and their global harmonization and compliance across multiple governing bodies is a significant driver in medical device manufacturing and a key requirement when selecting assembly and processing equipment for medical device manufacturing. The cost of regulatory compliance is a significant cost adder to the cost of medical goods sold. So, the effect of regulation on this issue should not be underestimated. Number one customer regulatory concern, a medical device recall. Customer concerns were not just related to product quality, reliability issues, but also concerns over data security and compliance should they ever experience an audit from a regulatory governing body such as the FDA or China's NMPA or Europe's MDR. The ability to fully recall a medical device from the market, removing the device from all points of distribution, drives many of the regulatory requirements, including, for example, the UDI, or known as the Unique Device Identification Requirement, which we'll speak more on in a moment. Emerson can provide valuable assistance by offering guidance regarding material joining best practices, and we'll talk a bit more on this topic as well in a few moments. A rapidly advancing technology and automation trend is big data analytics combined with automation technologies to drive process improvements. The advancements in real-time sensing and measurements are allowing increased development of smart machines. A challenge in this quickly advancing technology is security, keeping access to plant and production systems and equipment secure from unauthorized access. Many of these trends are sometimes referred to as Industry 4.0 or the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Industry 4.0 refers to a concept of factories in which machines are augmented with wireless connectivity and sensors connected to a system that can visualize the entire production line and make decisions on its own. In essence, Industry 4.0 describes a trend towards automation and data exchange in manufacturing technologies and processes, which includes the Internet of Things, cloud computing, cognitive computing, and artificial intelligence to drive process improvements and efficiencies. Our survey of device manufacturers revealed the most top-of-mind concerns were actionable data, data that's secure, is regulatory compliant, and that allows deeper analytics using SPC quality visualization tools for batch and lot control. Regulatory compliant process control data usually requires an uneditable audit trail recording all monitored process parameters, whether this is in hand-printed or in electronic format. 21 CFR Part 11, as it's commonly called, defines the criteria under which electronic records and electronic signatures are considered to be trustworthy, reliable, and equivalent to paper records. Cybersecurity is a considerable concern for electronic records. Top concern is the unauthorized data access, its manipulation, or deletion that could have serious regulatory consequences or result in intellectual property theft. Ethernet connectivity enables Industry 4.0, but secure data transfer requires constant diligence for evolving threats and the use of data encryption. Best-in-class protocols make use of certificates with authentication keys employing, for example, a 32-bit alphanumeric code for the access key. Some common SPC data analytics our customers are using were XBAR or range charts and standard deviation charts.
Customers also employ adhesives or screws in other manufacturing steps for assembling their products. This was a specific pain point raised and relayed by many quality managers and manufacturing engineers tasked with overseeing adhesives and mechanical joining equipment and their processes. Their primary concerns were related to the disadvantage of managing time-sensitive consumables found in many adhesives and costly screws, clips, or other mechanical fixation devices. They also found automating these processes, developing the required process controls, and the lack of actionable data as an additional challenging concern. As many medical devices progress through their product life cycles, from the initial lower volume launch through increasing volume scale-ups, we regularly replace initial processes that employ consumables. This feedback really helped us justify our continued investment in developing alternative joining technologies. Let's take a minute and expand on another customer concern, the FDA's 21 CFR Part 820 compliance, and specifically process validation, also known as the Quality System Regulation, which the FDA is in the process of harmonizing with ISO 13485. The QSR outlines current good manufacturing practices. These are regulations that govern the methods used and the facilities and controls used for the design, manufacture, packaging, labeling, installation, and servicing of all finished medical devices. These are general principles and approaches that the FDA considers appropriate elements of process validation. Installation, operational, and performance qualification protocols are procedures for establishing that the equipment which is being installed or used will offer a high degree of quality assurance so that the manufacturing processes will consistently produce products that meet predetermined quality, performance, and throughput requirements. Per the Master Process Validation Plan protocols, IQ, is the equipment installed correctly? Is the equipment operating properly? Is it operating as designed? OQ, is the process operating correctly? Are control limits established? Are control limits understood? PQ, did the process produce good parts? Is the process stable? Is it repeatable? And is it reliable? Emerson has the experience to help guide you through these complex requirements. Another milestone in our customer's Master Process Validation Plan is design qualification. Design qualification can be where our customer's new product development process begins and where we can also contribute significant value by advising on design for manufacturability. DFM recommendations include resin and material compatibility, advising on the effects of mold release agents, flame retardant additives, and additional modifiers. Not accounting for these design attributes prior to developing the joining process can negatively affect process outcomes. For aiding our customers in developing the most robust, cost-effective joining or assembly solution, we provide application feasibility reports, including preferred joint or part interface designs. We assign dedicated tooling engineers who become intimate with your unique and individual requirements. We have an extensive library of application feasibility reports to draw from to solve your unique challenges. We have a comprehensive library of plastics and material scientists who can provide resin compatibility recommendations. We regularly provide application troubleshooting and assist in design of experiments to aid customers in choosing their best process parameters for validation of their joining processes. As we finish up our global customer survey results section, the most common questions we were asked were based around customer support questions and concerns. Customers made clear they cannot accept unscheduled downtime and or the time required to fly in a service technician or an engineer. Local support is needed. Material selection questions. There's a very good chance we've worked on an application that could be a good starting point for your application development. We have an extensive library of application feasibility reports to draw from. Our multiple joining technology options and process neutral toolbox provides many possible solutions to developing the very best solution. Local support was a high priority, but also having a global footprint. A global network aids widespread support and technology transfers between regions. We often work directly with contract design and manufacturing service providers. We have relationships with many CMs and a defined process for sharing confidential information with them. We also have widespread relationships with most systems integrators and machine builders. Regulatory compliant and traceable equipment calibrations. We provide on-site traceable National Institute of Standards and Technology certificates for calibrations using our dedicated, direct trained local service technicians. We can also offer aftermarket service plans to keep your equipment in optimal condition and operation with scheduled, predictive, and preventive maintenance programs based around your production schedules. Let's walk through some of the most common assembly technologies employed in medical device manufacturing. Ultrasonic welding is a very popular technique for bonding amorphous and semi-crystalline thermoplastics. This is a very capable, cost-effective, highly controllable, and highly compliant process. A simplified description of ultrasonic welding technology is it's an industrial-scale assembly technique whereby high-frequency ultrasonic acoustic vibrations are locally applied to workpieces under a clamp force. These acoustic vibrations cause intermolecular heat or friction between polymer chains to create solid-state welds. Folks, there are no consumables, there's no additives, no mechanical fixation devices needed, making this a very attractive process for medical device manufacturers. These are some typical applications we see in ultrasonic welding within the medical device industry. PPE products are very commonly assembled using ultrasonics. Face masks, surgical gowns, booties, drapes, and wound care products are commonly mass-produced using ultrasonics. The low cost and utility of non-woven textiles make them essential in the global battle to prevent the spread of infection. Whether found in personal protective equipment, such as N95 or surgical masks, non-woven textiles provide an effective yet inexpensive barrier against microorganisms and contamination. A key advantage to employing ultrasonic technology in face mask manufacturing, for example, is bonding multiple layers of non-woven textiles without the need for consumables, such as an adhesive or a needle and thread, as a needle leaves an egress through the product. Many face masks are commonly made of polypropylene or polyethylene non-woven materials, and they're divided usually into three primary parts. The outer layer is commonly made of spun-bound nonwoven textile, then a layer of melt-blown nonwoven textile, and an active carbon nonwoven textile within the inner layers. A recent development is adding an inner layer of antiviral or nonwoven material treated with zinc pyrithium or silver ions, for example. These are very ultrasonic-friendly materials and a standard in large-scale disposable face mask manufacturing, as they can be efficiently assembled at very high process speeds. Rigid thermoplastics are also commonly ultrasonically welded. Blood glucose monitors, oxygen sensors, these are common applications, as well as a multitude of one-time use disposable devices. Many drug delivery devices employ ultrasonics for their assembly, such as COPD or asthma inhalers, insulin delivery, IV components, or safety syringes. Surgical instruments, which can be very complex, especially minimally invasive surgical instruments used for, example, laparoscopic or arthroscopic procedures, are commonly assembled using ultrasonic welding. These devices are often multifunctional devices combining many materials, many with embedded electronics or electrical components. They do require strong, reliable welds, as a weld failure could lead to patient harm. Laser plastic welding technology uses near-infrared spectrum light-emitting diodes to create intermolecular heat or friction between polymer chains to create solid-state welds. There are no mechanical vibrations introduced to the assembly, thereby protecting delicate structures, components, or electronics. This technique is commonly used in drug delivery devices, in vitro diagnostics, and other high-value products, particularly when there's been considerable upstream value add or when high volumes mandate the highest processing speeds possible. Often this is the best method for joining medical devices containing fluidic pathways where particulate-free assembly is required. The process eliminates any potential impingement of friable material within the fluid pathway. Laser plastic welding provides a very clean, gentle, fast joining process. The process also offers a wider material compatibility selection for manufacturers. Medical products such as insulin and oncology pumps, continuous glucose monitors, and diagnostic test products commonly use laser plastic welding technology for their assembly. At home or patient point of care in vitro diagnostic test manufacturers choose laser plastic welding because of the very high process speeds and reliable welding capabilities. Conventional thermal staking or swaging uses a continuously heated tip that is moved into contact with the plastic, where it melts the plastic and forms it into the shape of the tip. Thermal processes can be used for insertion of fastening hardware, swaging, degating, and date time stamping. Joining thin films to a dissimilar rigid substrate is another common application. One of the latest innovative technologies from Emerson is pulse staking. This process opens up a new application possibilities because of the innovative design of the tips that can provide localized, changeable temperatures during the plastic forming process. Each tip combines electrical heating element with a compressed air cooling system. The design instantaneously heats or cools the tip by applying pulses of heating or cooling that precisely manage the temperature of the plastic. High-frequency ultrasonic acoustic vibrations can also be employed for liquid processing, either at lab scale or full-scale pharmaceutical manufacturing. Some common applications we see are cell disruption and lysis, efficiently breaking down cell membranes without overheating or degradation. Chromatin immunoprecipitation assays. Chip assays are used for processing DNA proteins. This technique releases DNA and proteins from cells, shearing them into fragments for further purification and analysis. The dispersion of nanoparticles. Evenly dispersing nanoparticles into liquid carriers for a variety of applications. Emulsification, homogenization, and fine mixing, creating homogeneous mixtures without the complexity and inconsistent results of mechanical agitation systems. Ultrasonic cleaning is another widespread use of high-frequency ultrasonic acoustic vibration, whereby the acoustic vibrations are introduced into a cleaning operation. This is a well-defined industrial cleaning process widely employed in medical device manufacturing. It's particularly effective in cleaning small, intricate parts, hard-to-reach blind holes, and to accelerate surface treatment processes. This is a cleaning process, and it shouldn't be confused with a sterilization process. Ultrasonic cleaning incorporates high-frequency sound pressure waves to agitate a liquid or a solvent for a non-contact, non-destructive cleaning process. Aqueous deionized water-based solvents or heated vapor are often used, and this depends on the type of contaminant being removed. The resulting cavitation or bubbles induced by this agitation produce high shear forces on the contaminants adhering to substrates such as metals, plastics, glass, and ceramics. Cavitation in combination with heat and detergent breaks the contaminant's surface tension, allowing the contamination to dislodge and be removed. Ultrasonic cleaning systems set the standard for cleaning medical devices during their manufacture. These systems range from small benchtop units to full-scale automated industrial-scale cleaning systems. Ultrasonic energy has also been used to join fine metal materials for decades. This is an ideal process for welding non-ferrous metals, meeting the high-volume production demands of medical device manufacturers. This on-demand, energy-efficient process only uses energy for the weld, typically in the millisecond range, does not require continually heated tips, eliminates the need for added consumables, does not introduce contaminants such as flux agents, and does not need solder, solvents, and often replaces crimp connectors, thereby reducing processing costs. Ultrasonic spot welding, commonly used in battery tabs and foil assembly. These systems are extremely robust machines designed to handle a range of non-ferrous welding applications, including precise welding of smaller gauge metals and delicate assemblies. They provide the highest degree of reliability and weld quality, and they're particularly well suited for automation to maximize throughput. Ultrasonic wire splicing for electrical cables and wire harnesses are common applications, replacing crimp connectors, flux agents, and solder joints. Tube sealing can be employed in the sealing of noble gases such as helium and argon within a hermetically sealed non-ferrous tube. A single-step operation seals and cuts off the charged tube in under a second. Some systems are portable hand-operated tube sealers, but they can also be scaled to industrial-sized systems well suited for automation, offering high levels of efficiency and productivity. Some additional joining solutions in our application toolbox to solve unique assembly challenges: spin, hot plate, vibration, IR, or a combination of each. We take a process-neutral approach when advising on your specific application needs. We let the application drive the assembly process recommendations. We can also provide single-source accountability when multiple joining technologies are employed within a single device's design. We have a comprehensive understanding of the interdependence of combining multiple joining technologies. Our multi-technology considerations and recommendations early in your product design process will accelerate your time to market by reducing design iterations while delivering the widest process parameters for your assembly. This concludes today's technology trends and solutions that are driving innovation within medical device assembly and manufacturing webinar. Again, please take a moment to suggest additional topics you'd like us to cover in future webinars, and we'll endeavor to accommodate your interest. For additional information, you can contact me via the Q&A message box, you can email, or you can call me directly. Please download any additional information of interest to you from the resource list. I'm happy to provide any additional information of interest, happy to arrange a local demonstration of any of our technologies, or begin working immediately on an application you may require assistance with. Again, thanks for sharing your valuable time and attention today. We hope you found it informative and look forward to an opportunity to assist you.